And we should be live. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. No wait, never mind. I'm the DM.
Stop.
Whammy.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
And this is the point where Ellie reveals that she has memorized the pattern. Because I remember that happening for Press Your Luck.
I do too. We're old.
Yes.
No,
Welcome.
we're not. We're seasoned.
Yeah.
Well seasoned.
Tempered.
Yes, with a significant layer of garlic powder, I do believe. I have
salty.
aged like a fine milk.
Chunky and spoiled.
Or very cheesy.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to the Old Folks Podcast, otherwise known as that game where Millie wasn't able to make it tonight. Because they're like 10 years younger than all of us. But in any case...
See, I'm just...
significantly more than that. What's that?
They use the oldest method of preservation on me, so I'm just really salty.
Yeah.
All the flavors in the world, and you had to pick salty?
I am beef jerky time.
I love how we never really got on the rails.
Yeah.
Nope. Train went right by.
Okay.
Didn't
Let's
even
try
stop
the
the
introduction again. Hello and welcome to Critical Knowledge. This is the 5th edition homebrew Dungeons & Dragons campaign. I am Crash. I will be your DM for the evening, and tonight we are joined by several awesome people, including Ellie, April, Matt, and Eric. So, what happened last week?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
We had a talk with a Banshee who pointed us at a lich. Then we went to the library, and I lost track.
Yeah.
Did we actually make it to the library?
Yes, you did. You did make it to the library, and maybe you shouldn't have, because you found some books that should not have been written. Baby's First Guide to Liches.
Oh, yes.
Which was an illustrated primer with a different lich for every letter in the Draconic alphabet, because of course it exists. Also, Baby's First Guide to the Abyssal Language, which one could argue is worse. Hero has that one on his inventory right now.
Of course.
Yes, because
and
this is... Sorry?
The Banshee escaped.
Yes, that was when I decided to insert plot into the chaos that was being attempted. Now, there was... Well, that's what the argument was. Little does Millie know that all of it was plot, even the chaos.
There was a lot of plot.
A lot of plot. Here a plot, there a plot, everywhere a plot. So, the suggestion that Mo has made... Not Mo. Mo's a different character and different campaign altogether, currently. The suggestion that Monty is making is that you go and find the Banshee and finish off what the Kobold Artificers, who kind of sort of accidentally let it get away, weren't able to do.
Okay.
I'm up for that.
By that I mean, laying it to rest, making it be an ex-Banshee.
I'm okay with that.
Having her remove her immortal coil.
But
we'll see what we can do about that.
But what are you really saying? Like, what are you really coming to?
We're going to kill her a lot.
We're going to kill her dead, and then maybe try again.
Well, we're already halfway there. Now let's go over the stairs.
Somewhat less fine for the fjords.
Yes.
Jaren breaks out a stamp from his pocket and puts it on top of, or hits Nyx on top of it.
Is that also like being infamous? Being more than famous?
Jaren approves.
Okay, so we need to know, I guess, we know where she started. Which way did she go from where she started? Because she was in the fishbowl.
That way. And the artificer is pointing, at a wall.
Yeah.
That helps only slightly more for me than everyone else here. You realize that, right? Yeah, well, ghost travels through walls. When I say that way and point at the wall, I'm meaning that's literally the direction. Okay.
Well, she does seem to have a predilection for our demise, so she might try to find us.
Well, that's wonderful. Let's find a spot with fewer innocent bystanders. You think I'm innocent? It was a figure of speech. Oh.
Yeah. I'm in agreement with this plan. The less innocence the Banshee has to target, the better off everyone will be.
All right. So, surface is this way. And yes, I realize I'm not pointing up when I say that. I'm not being literal. This is the way to the stairs that lead up. All right. And Monty does, in fact, lead you to a staircase that does lead up to a trapdoor that is apparently out in the middle of a field. Because, of course, it is. There is a farmhouse that you can see nearby with a large barn. And apparently an area that is cordoned off with a giant sign that says sheep racing.
Of course there is.
You can feel Jaren roll his eyes behind you guys.
Apparently
somewhere Bex is rolling his eyes.
There are additional signs that point out where you go to place bets and where you go for refreshments.
As we're walking around, I'm looking around to see if I can see any sheep.
Apparently all the sheep are currently in the barn, from what you can hear. Right. So, give me a second. Monty pulls something from his hat and rubs between his fingers. You see a bit of something just flake off into the air.
Nothing
All
up
right.
my sleeve.
No, I have plenty of things up my sleeves. I assure you. Most of them are pointy. That way. And Monty heads off in a direction.
Okay, we will follow Monty.
Give me perception checks.
Very
No,
well.
Nick's at advantage.
forgot the new game log. We can do that now.
Yeah, we can.
That was a nice tool they added, I thought.
Yes, it is.
Well, that's a 2 for Arepa.
That's a 6 for Xanthus. I told you. I said no.
18.
11.
Okay, I'm going to roll that at disadvantage because Monty's not actually trying to be stealthy. And that second number was a nat 20. Okay, so none of you. I rolled a disadvantage for Monty because he's not trying to be stealthy, but none of you see where Monty went. You got the idea of where you should be going because Monty pointed.
Mm-hmm.
But then
he
he sort of just disappeared into the field.
Okay,
Well,
and we track him.
let's go that way.
Okay.
We'll try to follow as best we can. Hopefully, if anybody has some survival, maybe we can track which way he went through the field. Our ranger's not here.
I have some survival.
Well, I will let
Arepa
you make
rolled
a...
a 5 for survival.
I will
I'm
let
not
everyone
sure.
make a survival check to see if you can at least head in the direction that Monty pointed without veering off course.
I rolled a 12.
I'm as good at this as I am perception.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, I got a 17.
Oh, okay.
I got
So-
a 12.
Every
Right.
once in a while, even a broken clock is right.
This is true. Unless it's digital, but let's not talk about that. This is a fantasy setting. We don't have digital clocks.
Yeah.
We have sundials, which might not ever be right if they've fallen over, but never mind.
Yeah.
So you see absolutely no sign of Monty, but you're fairly certain you're heading in the direction he was pointing? You think?
That's good enough for me. That's
Okay.
good enough for me. We'll keep going in that
Okay.
in that direction.
Correct.
Okay.
We will be in that general direction.
Okay, and this goes on for a significant number of hours.
You ever spot Monty again?
And we're walking, and we're walking.
And this one is walking, and this one is walking, and this one is walking. Are you hiking through a rainforest? Sorry, that was not a very good paraphrasing of a very funny joke. I managed to make the joke very unfunny, but whatever. Eventually, you start to get very close to what appears to be a mountain range that goes all the way around Coomridge, which you are aware of existing because you got the pamphlet, so you want to visit Coomridge on your way here, apparently.
As an aside, I'm very disappointed that mountain ranges aren't topped by very large pans.
I will not laugh at that joke. I will not laugh at that. I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. I am one with the Force is with me.
At least it wasn't quite as good as the Khajiit joke last week.
No, not quite as good. But still very good. I really do love this game. I enjoy the time I get to spend with my friends playing this game. Thank you for being here. This is fantastic. And I might be scrolling looking for a GIF right now. There. That is the one. That is the reference. Okay. So, again, no sign of Monty. However, you get the sense that you might be getting close. Because that right there, that's a dead body.
Uh-oh. This is an X thing. Was it
Yeah.
human?
What kind of a
Megaborn?
dead body is it?
Yeah. What kind?
Probably
Is it dwarf,
human.
elf?
Most likely
How did
human.
it die?
Quite
Rolling for
possibly
investigation
painfully.
to figure out how. 12.
Well, with your 12, your best guess is the person died by rotting for 5 to 10 years.
So it's an old corpse.
It is an old corpse. That left a trail on the way here of bits of it.
So zombie?
If it was, it isn't anymore.
Do we follow? Do we follow the bits?
Yeah.
Or the pieces.
bits. Yeah.
Or the bites.
Oh, the bits leave. Yeah. Bits and bites.
This-
Bunch of O's and ones.
What kind of surroundings are we in?
Well, you've exited the farmlands of Coomridge a while ago. You are in a sparse foresty area.
Okay. Are there animals around?
Not at this moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Perception checks. Not at advantage for Nyx because this is not sight-based.
4.
Ooh.
I'm looking at my shoes again.
You notice that there is a slight scuff on the toe of one of your boots. You don't know how it got there.
Jaren has rolled a 21.
Jaren is aware. Jaren doesn't hear any birds. You're listening for birds. You don't hear them.
Is that a bad sign?
Do I hear anything? The wind blowing?
I will
Do I
say
hear
canonically,
tree?
you probably hear Hero telling you to look at how high he's climbed a tree nearby.
Yeah.
Can I block that out of my brain, or is that more of like a reblance of
At this
past
point,
memory?
I think it's safe to say you spent enough time with Hero that you can selectively tune Hero out when you need to. I suspect this is a
I think
skill
we've
that
all
all
learned that
fathers develop over time. Some faster than others. It depends on how much the mother allows the father to develop the skill. Assuming a traditional, quote-unquote, traditional household, but, whatever. This particular household has 2 dads and an aunt. So, a couple aunts, I think, now at this point. The tree that Hero is in is also not necessarily designed, well, it's not necessarily large enough for a 7-foot-tall tabaxi child to climb. So it is an impressive feat that Hero has climbed up that high. As Hero continues to talk about how high they've climbed, they are now slowly getting lower to the ground because the tree is bending over. They are upset about this.
Oh, Hero, can we keep it down for 2 seconds while I try and hear things?
That is all they will give you.
Yep, exactly.
1,000, 2.
Yeah, exactly.
They say this
And
out
they
loud.
say it rather loudly, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually, let's say 5 minutes later, you have convinced Hero to stop making a ruckus and doing other distracting things. Hero is now playing contentedly with Xanthus' tail because Xanthus' tail. And
Friends, I do not hear wildlife around.
That's bad if I remember my training. And I think I do.
I'm trying to think. Being a forge cleric, I couldn't sense anything undead around me, would I?
Do you have an ability that lets you sense undead?
No, but I do. I don't know if he does. I know I do.
No, I don't, and I should have taken it, but I didn't.
I
There
do,
is-
and I'm going to do so.
Yep.
There
I have
is
an action.
a D&D Beyond show. They stream, but they put the videos on YouTube also. And one of the hosts talked about a wonderful prank he did to the players of a campaign where he did in fact have a paladin that used the same ability that Xanthus is using right now. And there were a lot of pings. Like hundreds of pings. They were abyssal chickens. Which technically count as
coming up for
fiends.
us.
So they'd show up.
There are so many.
So,
Like, it was the scene from Aliens. Like, they're all
Yeah.
around us, but it was chickens.
where are they? You're being overrun. They're above us.
Abyssal chickens
Or they're
can
below us.
fly. They don't look like chickens. They are worse
Yeah.
chickens.
I have
can't
seen
be
them. I have seen them. Somebody tried to. A guy running a one-shot used them, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? These are real monsters."
Okay, so what's the range of your ability?
60 feet.
You got nothing.
Okay.
So let's. I guess we'll try and follow the trail that this thing came from. Since
Yeah.
it's
That's our best
living as
bet
bits
for
and
now.
bits. Yeah. Mhm.
I mean,
Okay.
it's a dead zombie. If that's redundant, I'm not sure. But it's not. It
Well,
is
there's
not coming up
undead
on my
and there's
radar.
dead. This one, the un has been removed.
Yes, we have erased that on. But so it's not making my radar ping. So let's keep moving and let's see what else we can find. Perhaps
Okay.
whatever was here left, but the wildlife simply just has not returned.
It's quite possible. That other one might have scared it away also.
This is true.
Yeah, and that one over there,
wait.
What?
With
the other dead zombie. There's another dead
Another
zombie
dead
over
zombie.
there. And as you continue to follow the trail, like, oh, yep, there is
Okay.
another dead zombie. Eric,
Clearly.
what is that on your head?
What is on your head?
It looks very squishy.
My
We
kids
can't
got
hear
this.
you.
My kids got this for me for Christmas. So
It was very
The-
kind of them.
so
It's
you
a
have
lovely
a-
hat.
Is that a polar bear or a corgi?
I have no idea. I think it's some anime thingy.
yeah, it looks. I don't know what it looks
It's
like.
it's
Well, it's very cute.
it's
It looks canine.
It's a snoozimal.
A
Snoozable.
snoozimal.
It looks like a hibernating bear.
It does look canine or ursine. It's hard to say.
I love how this is our distraction at this point. We don't have Millie
Yeah,
here to
wow.
distract us
Without-
with things,
without
so now
Millie,
we
we
have
have to
Eric.
invent
Thank
our
you
own.
for stepping in.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, we wanted to go traveling, so we're gonna walk, and I'm gonna put this on my head.
Okay? This is our life now. All right.
And we're walking, and we're walking.
And over there's another dead body, and if you look over to your right, you will see several former zombies that are all laying out in various stages of decomposition. Over on your left, you will see a tree. That's just a tree, but there does seem to be a 7-foot-tall tabaxi child trying to climb it, then getting upset that you just kept walking, and now they're trying to climb back down and follow you quickly and climb another tree.
You need
Are
to be
there
more
any?
cheerful.
Are there any undead in the tree, hero?
I don't see any.
Well, make sure you keep on looking.
Okay.
I figured that'll distract hero for a while.
Yeah.
I still don't see any. You do hear Hero call out, Dad, Father, Auntie, I see ya, I see ya, I see ya, I see ya, I see ya. I see a dexterity saving throw.
What is it that you see?
Oh,
For all of
That's a
us?
9 for a dexterity saving throw. I see ya, I see ya, I see ya. Crack!
Whoops.
Ah!
And they fell out of the tree.
They did fall out of the tree. But apparently they saw something. That was worth 7 points of falling damage.
Ouch.
They were 20 feet up.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's average damage.
I
Yeah.
rolled 2d6.
How many D6?
There's a cave. There's a cave. I saw a cave.
Cave.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the cave.
Let's go to the cave.
keep time.
Okay. Hero leads the way.
Is that
What have I
safe?
done?
No.
Okay, I believe that was Jaren who said, is that safe?
Mhm.
So that would definitely be inspiration.
Yeah, I have an inspiration.
And I'm going to roll survival to see if it is in fact safe.
Oh heck.
No, it's
Well-
okay. That's a 19.
Okay.
You gotta make sure. You shouldn't have told us. It's got to be secret too.
Well, I'm currently rolling for hero, and if Millie was here, those rolls would be made public anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I haven't
I thought-
revealed a lot about what Monty's doing.
I thought you of all people would get the Lord of the Rings joke.
You know what? It's been a long day.
I agree. It has.
Yes, it's
It
been
really
a week.
has.
It's been a year.
Yeah. Yeah. My Thursday was a week.
I hear that.
Lemon, it's not even February.
Yeah, exactly.
All
we're
right.
going to have to be dealing with snow somewhere in the afternoon tomorrow, all through Monday and into Tuesday.
I'm
This is
only a
not-
little bit
yeah.
south of you. I understand.
Yeah, you're probably going to get. Are you? I don't know if. No, I think it was north and west was getting it worse. So I don't know.
Oh,
If you're talking about the rain snow line was in Delaware. My
Well,
wife was like, "That's really far south." I'm like, "Yeah, we're supposed to get snow all day."
I love
Yeah,
how this has
this-
turned into the
I
weather
saw it.
podcast. But
I saw New Jersey is supposed to get something like 15 inches.
Yeah, they're calling 6 to 12 for where I live.
Well, it's not just how much snow; it's how much infrastructure is already there.
Right.
Right.
So, like,
Lots here.
3 to 5 inches. I remember waiting for the bus with 5 inches of snow.
Yeah, I have
Oh,
too.
Yes, you don't do that in Maryland. In Maryland,
No.
3 to 5 inches, there are school closures. We're doing
Well, here-
distance learning, and already 3 schools in my area are closed.
Here's
got-
the problem that I have. We're supposed to get 1 to 3 inches overnight.
Oh, jeez.
but they don't plow my road.
Uh,
Like I live in the city, and they don't plow my road.
yikes.
Am I going to comment on what we're getting in Florida? No, I'll just keep to
No.
myself.
Yeah, you go stand in the corner.
Look, well, no. See, here's the thing: in the winter, we get to complain about the snow that we get. In the summer and fall, Eric gets to complain about the hurricanes that he gets.
Yes.
Yeah, but he doesn't
I'll take
complain
the
about the
snow over the
hurricanes.
I wouldn't say hurricanes in my area. I would say times when there's no power. That's really
Yeah.
the only thing I worry about when it comes to hurricanes.
It cuts back on
And
your
I'll hear
internet
about it.
time.
I'll hear about Florida anyway between Tom, his wife, my wife's sister, and her parents.
Yeah.
So they all live down there. So
You're going to get the news somehow.
yeah, I'm going to get the news no matter what. And my wife will then swear at her mother like, "Go to hell, you old broad."
I like hearing people in Florida complaining about how cold it is, and they'd say the temperature, and it is warmer than it currently is in my apartment, but
Yeah.
it's too cold. They have to wear a jacket.
Yeah.
With that said, you have reached the cave after having a delightful conversation about hypothetical weather formations in a world called Earth that doesn't exist, but you made it up.
There was one more thought that I wanted to add, if that's okay.
Go right ahead.
So right now, my sister and her family, and my parents live in the Lansing, Michigan area, and we get a decent amount of snow.
Mhm.
I have one other sister who lives in Minneapolis,
Jesus.
and she makes fun of us.
A good friend of my wife's lived up in St. Paul for about 2 years, and we
Yeah.
never heard the end of it.
My parents both grew up in the Poconos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and actually, everybody but me in my immediate family went to college just north of Minneapolis, so they all know what it's like up there in the winter. I went to college in Indiana, so we got it most afoot.
So
Anyway,
let's talk about this
We
cave.
get to the cave.
Yeah, you have found a cave. Congratulations. Well, Hero found the cave. Hero is very proud of himself for finding the cave. Hero immediately goes into the cave.
Of course they do. Follow Hero.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. When you enter the cave, you do see Monty.
Is he conscious?
Monty is conscious.
Harmed?
Hard to tell.
Breathing? Let's check for that.
Breathing, standing,
Okay.
looking into the darkness.
Is the darkness looking back at him?
It might be.
Can we turn on a light? Wizard?
Yeah.
Or either wizard, actually. I forgot that
We have a
we have pair.
sufficient number of wizards,
Yes.
or at least a minimum number of wizards.
Yes, we have a minimum number of wizards.
There are some who would argue that more wizards are required.
I might be one of them.
And there's one
Karika has
guy.
dark vision.
There's one
Yeah.
guy with a hat that says Wizard. You're not quite sure about that one.
I cast light.
I just remembered this is the campaign where I finally had someone cast magic missile and attack the darkness.
Yes.
I've got a warm, fuzzy feeling from remembering that. And Cindy's in chat saying we need to construct additional pylons.
Reticulating splines.
Okay, so you've cast light. What's the range for the light spell? How much light does it illuminate?
20 foot dim, 20 foot bright, 20 foot dim. Usually
Yeah,
can
it's half
cast
that.
upon an object.
It's half that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's old hat.
No, I'm
No,
not
yeah.
correcting you saying you got the information wrong. I'm saying it's half what was expected.
Wait, does that mean, is that like 10 foot bright, 10 foot dim, or does that mean like cutting a jawbreaker in half?
Wibbly wobbly lighty whitey.
No, I believe it's you have to pick something to cast it upon, and generally wizards tend to either do it upon their staff, wand, rod, crystal, whatever spell casting implement they have, or on a coin and throw the coin somewhere down the cave, or in this case.
Isn't that just throwing money
yeah.
away?
Right, but
So I've had people do it. They throw it on a copper piece because they don't care.
It's a joke. It's just, never mind.
my question is the light spell itself diminished, or is it running
Well,
up
yeah.
against magical darkness?
That's a good question.
Why don't I try my divine sense here and see if I get a ping?
Yes.
Do I get a lot of things?
There is a not insignificant number of pings.
I believe we found the chickens.
Those aren't
Oh,
chickens.
good.
It is more than one, but less than infinity.
This is true. I'm pretty sure what you're looking for is that way. And Monty points without looking. And you notice there's a side passage. I'm going to stay here. And after you've covered a significant distance, we're going to play a game.
Fair enough. Are you certain you wish to play this game, Monty?
Oh, yes.
Is
Very
it
well.
Is it global thermonuclear war? Because I don't like that game.
It's slightly
only way it can
less relevant than that, but closer to it than you might expect.
I'm rolling friend sight.
Oh, I have no doubt. I believe Monty.
I am proficient in it.
I am trained.
Too bad it was horrible. 15.
You get the sense that Monty is really looking forward to this, and the only reason they're not doing anything right now is because there's a pretty good chance that you will go squish underneath whatever Monty is eyeing down.
Gotcha. Okay, side passage.
Side passage, ahoy.
All right.
Very well. Let's go do that.
Okay, you have successfully gotten past the Guardian that you would have fought if we had a full party tonight. I mean, oh, wait,
Excellent.
no, sorry, never mind.
I like this result.
Okay, so you go down the side passage, and it's got a few twists and turns. After the first turn, you hear a sudden rush of air, almost as if a lot of stuff caught on fire very fast.
Is that coming from behind us? or
It's
in
coming
front
from
of us?
behind you.
Okay.
I don't know anything about that.
I have a strange feeling Monty just
Did a
taught
thing.
them some lessons.
Monty decided to attempt a scientific experiment.
I hope he was successful.
The hypothesis was that undead can feel pain when enough fire is provided, provided the fire is of magical design.
Of magical nature.
Yes. Arcane trickster with a
Yeah.
lot of magical items.
Very handy.
Yes. And the passageway opens up into what appears to have at one point been probably a goblin warren. There's a lot of bedding strewn about in various places. There's a few cookpots over fire pits that are all cold at this point. There's some furniture that looks like it was raided from a farmhouse maybe decades ago. Nothing here looks kept up, but there's no sign of life.
I will try my ping again to see if I can pick up anything undead in the 60-foot range.
Within 60 foot, yes. One
Okay.
ping.
One ping only, please. Thank you. Oops.
Are there any other bodies?
Perception check. Anyone who's looking. This would be sight-based, so if Nyx wants to roll advantage, Nyx can.
What kind of
Okay.
check? I'm sorry, I apologize.
Perception.
I didn't hear.
Perception, I believe.
Yes,
Okay.
perception.
8.
That's a 5.
Again, I am distracted by the ping.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you to make another roll. That would be
Okay.
a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, here is where this may become an issue.
What's it?
I have an aura that anyone within 10 feet will gain a bonus to saving throws.
I will let you decide if you are within 10 feet of Xanthus.
I have an 18 without the bonus.
What kind of saving throw?
Dexterity.
15.
Okay, give me a second here.
And where do we get it for standing next to Xanthus?
If you're within 10 feet of me, you will gain a +4 to your saving throw. That is significant.
Target number is 17.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a 5.
I'm probably not near you either.
I'm going to be a really nice person because currently you are down a person, and I will let you decide after the fact if you are within 10 feet of Xanthus.
The tunnel or cave we're in may also force our hand, depending on how big it is.
Agreed.
All right. Well, I
This
have
is a large
9
open
then.
area. It was meant to be like a main chamber for the Goblin Warren.
Oh, so we could have spread out.
Yeah.
We could have spread out then to avoid fireball formation, but
But who was expecting a fireball? You were
Yeah.
chasing a Banshee.
yep. But you never know. So yeah, it's up to the individuals. If they were close enough to me, they would gain my charisma save to their bonus. But it helps
Is there
myself
anyone?
because
Let's
I'm
put it this
always
way: is there anyone
always
who
excited.
kept their distance?
I usually bring up the rear and keep the distance.
Okay.
I usually lead if Hero isn't.
Yeah, I keep a distance.
Because my armor
So-
class is, I think, the best in the party, so I will tend to lead the group in narrow, especially in narrow corridors.
Okay, well, this is one of those save for half damage things, so I'm rolling damage now.
Okay. I did not roll well, but I
All
don't
right.
with deck saves.
So if you failed your save, that's 22.
Okay.
Fire damage.
Oh,
I am aware that
lovely.
one of you does
I'm
pretty
resistant.
well against fire damage.
Yes, fire is tiefling.
Yeah, I'm resistant because of the armor.
Yeah. Fire bad, not that bad.
Yeah.
And now those 3 little words that every Jaren loves to hear.
Roll for initiative.
If we made the save, do we take damage?
Yes, you will take 11 points of damage if you made the save.
Okay.
Do you see what I rolled, Crash? I don't want to have to tell you if I need to.
He should see all of them.
Yes, but I was clicking on buttons right as people were rolling things.
Jaren has a 13. Say initiative.
There is a slight delay from when you roll to when it shows up.
Understand.
And by slight,
Yeah.
I mean
Hooray.
it seems to be longer on some times than others.
Arepa has a 5 initiative.
I got a 12. I did good.
We're all proud of you.
I got an 18.
Okay. So, Nyx, you're going first. I will allow a perception check with advantages to see where that gout of fire came from. Or rather,
All right.
no, you know where it came from. It came from up.
Oh, that's
22.
But I would still require... I'm sorry?
22?
Okay. So it came from up, and if you look slightly over a bit, but also up, you see a corpse hovering in the air in this cave chamber, slightly above you. By slightly, I mean they're about 30 feet up, but they're over to the side of it. They're not. If they fell, they wouldn't hit any of you.
Alright, I'm gonna do magic missile at 2nd level.
They're not a fan.
No, they're a corpse.
When it comes to music, I'm a huge metal fan. Wait. Am I just blowing hot air? That's an excellent GIF. So what's the damage for the magic missile?
15.
15. All right. As a rebuttal, I would like you to make another dexterity saving throw.
6.
Okay. That's unfortunately not going to make it. So let's see how much damage you take. That is 12, in this case, radiant damage.
Ooh.
Next up is Jaren.
Let's go ahead and do some healing. We're going to go ahead and use a Cure Wounds on... Let me see what level. We use a level 2 Cure Wounds on Nyx.
Sounds fantastic.
That is going to be 13 points back to you.
Nice.
And then we're going to cast... let me hit that slot. And then we're going to cast Spiritual Weapon at 2nd level as a bonus action. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do advantage on that one. Let's go ahead. The first roll was an 11, so 11 plus 7, that's 18.
To hit?
Yes.
Well, they're an undead spellcaster, which means they're known for their high armor class.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, yes, an 18 is going to hit.
good. And that's going to be 11 points force damage.
Oh, they're immune to force damage from dwarves.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. As a rebuttal to that, the corpse raises both arms in the air, palms up, and then flips them and brings them down hard. They don't hit anything, but as they do this, another beam of energy shoots down from on high and smacks into you, Jaren.
Okay,
And I'm going to ask you to make a wisdom saving throw.
and those I can do.
I'm also going to roll for attack because this requires an attack roll.
I am proficient in wisdom saving throws.
I thought a cleric might be. By the way, what's your AC?
19,
Okay.
and my wisdom saving throw was 21.
Okay, so the good news is whatever additional effect that required a save doesn't happen to you.
Okay.
The bad news is, even though I rolled incredibly poorly, I think your dice are contaminating mine. It might be a possibility. You still are going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage
Understand.
and 9 necrotic.
Okay, 17 total. Understand.
Okay.
Are there no effects from necrotic because I did the save, correct?
The effects were something in addition to that damage, and
Understand.
you don't know what that is because you made your save
Okay,
very well.
very good.
Yes. Also, you're not undead, which would have been worse things. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that part out loud. Okay, next is Sir not appearing in this film, followed by Sir appearing in this film. Oh, wait.
That would
No,
be
I'm
me.
wrong. Next is Xanthus,
Okay. This undead spellcaster is 30 feet in the air
currently.
currently. I'm not sure I like that. But I have no way to bring said creature back to Earth.
They might want to come down and say hi. Who knows?
Yeah, well, I'm going to encourage such, I hope. Let's see. I'm probably going to do a spell, unless I have something else worthwhile, and I don't think I do. Nope. Can't do that. No, can't do that either. Okay. Well. All right. Then we will glitter bolt him with guiding bolt.
They do appear to be a her.
Oh,
Is
her?
your best
Okay.
guess.
Okay.
I mean,
well, we'll
they are
glitter bolt them.
undead and have been so for quite some time, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter too much. That was a 5, I think.
What?
I just saw a 5 show up.
Oh. I rolled. Did it roll twice? I only see one. I rolled a 1,
Okay.
so I know I missed.
All right. So the glitter bomb goes off into the distance.
Pew pew.
That's Hero's line. Hero serves you with cease and desist papers.
In Hero's absence, I'm going to make the pew pew noise by shooting radiant beams of light.
You know, Millie isn't here, but it's almost as if we can hear them. If you listen carefully, you can
I'll be
still
AFK real
be
quick, friends. I apologize.
very distracted by a lot of things. Okay, next up is the Lich's turn. But Crash, you might say. They've been going after each person. Well, yes, they have been. Thank you for noticing. So they are going to cast another spell. Because of course they are.
Yep.
But the question is, who? Who will get to enjoy it this time? Well, eeny, meeny, miny, why not someone who hasn't had a chance to go yet? That makes sense. So that is going to be Arepa.
Okay.
You are going to need to make a save. How's your charisma doing?
My charisma is great.
Okay, go ahead and make a charisma save.
Is this a magical attack?
One might argue that is in fact I'm running out of things to joke with. So yes, it's magical.
A spell might be considered magical.
One could consider a spell magical in rare instances. This might be
Yes.
one of them.
Neat. That's a dirty 20.
Congratulations, you are not banished.
I have
Now-
advantage on charisma saves against magical attacks.
There you go. Is there anything you'd like to give as a rebuttal? Because it's now your turn.
I am genuinely trying to remember, and I apologize for asking. Is our house rule one bonus action spell and one action spell?
Correct.
Okay. Then yes, there very definitely is something that I would like to do. First, I cast Spirit Shroud.
Arepa pulls out a bed sheet and drapes it over Hero. Hero immediately goes, "Ooh, I'm a ghost! I'm on your side!"
And anyone, any creature that I can see who is not in the party loses 10 feet of movement speed
Okay.
until the start of my next turn. And then I cast Chromatic Orb.
I know you said chromatic orb, but I almost heard chromatic borb.
And I'm assuming a 1 doesn't hit, so I'm going to use my inspiration.
That's why I give it.
That's an 18.
An 18 is a glancing blow.
Okay, that's excellent. Double checking something. Oh, it's probably not within 10 feet of me, is it?
Nope, 30 feet in the air. And you're, no offense, but you're rather short.
I am rather short. It's still going to do 15 points of... I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Let's say lightning damage.
They don't like that. Oh, wait. They're resistant.
Of course they are.
They're not resistant to everything. So far, you've discovered they're resistant to lightning and also force damage from dwarves. Actually, that's an immunity. Never mind about that. Okay. Sorry?
I'm going to back off, actually, so that I am just outside. So that I'm 40 feet away.
Okay. As their rebuttal to you, why did I close that tab? Go ahead and roll me no dexterity saving throw.
Is it a... No, never mind. That'll be a 21.
Okay, you make your save, nothing happens. It was a cantrip.
I appreciate that you can see my rolls now.
You know what? They've stopped showing up for me.
Oh no,
I think it broke.
I've had to reload my character sheet a couple times to get rolls to show up.
I see them. I see your charisma save, your chromatic orb, hidden damage, your dex save. I see entries.
And you know what? This is an audible format.
Yeah.
Although there's no books and there's no subscription fees, so it's not really odd. But you get the idea.
I appreciate that I don't have to copy and paste the natural 20s anymore.
I do appreciate that people are still saying the numbers out loud, because otherwise it's just, okay, I'm going to do the thing. All right, you do the thing, with no one hearing anything else.
Right,
but in
exactly.
Any case,
well,
Nix's turn.
It's an audio medium.
Yes.
So
it is Nix's turn.
I'm gonna do Ice Knife at first level. 11 to hit.
An 11 is unfortunately not going to do it.
Okay.
I mean, it's actually pretty close. But an 11 is a bit too low.
On a lich?
Yeah.
This is the tiniest possible lich.
They're wearing what appears to be rotting clothing.
Yeah, but that's a
Their
lich.
AC is not 10. Their AC is considered is from natural armor, and it is higher than 10. But it just happens to be... This is not the lich that you find in the monster manual. This is a third-party lich with a different set of spells and abilities.
So it's an off-market lich.
I may have picked it up in a bargain bin in a dollar store. Actually, I got it from Kobold Press, but never mind about that. Okay, Nyx, give me a dexterity saving throw.
18.
Okay, one of these days, one of you is going to fail your saving throw again, and these cantrips will do something. Today, apparently, is not that day.
I'm going to hopefully mitigate that.
We have returned with an Eric, a.k.a. Jaren, and it is Jaren's turn. So, Jaren, what would you like to do?
Okay, did anybody... I apologize, I was out on the phone, but did anybody take any damage that last part?
I'm at the same level of damage as last round.
Okay.
Actually, the Lich did.
I don't know about...
Yeah, no one took any damage.
I think both April and Nyx and Arepa both made their saving throws.
Yeah, cantrips were attempted, cantrips failed.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Jaren is going to use Cure Wounds level 3 to heal himself.
Okay.
We have 15 hit points back. I am also going to cast... I'm going to go ahead and utilize the spiritual weapon, the level 2 spiritual weapon on the same entity that I hit before. Let's go ahead and roll. That is going to be a 25.
A glancing blow. Glanced right off their noggin.
And the roll is going to be a 9.
Okay.
So 9 force damage.
Okay. It's a shame that I was only joking about it being immune to force.
Who's getting the hit points back?
Me.
Himself.
I had to heal myself.
All right, just making sure.
Okay. And that's going to be another dexterity saving throw from Jaren, please.
Okay. That is a 9, unfortunate.
Okay. See what your damage is going to be. It's going to be radiant damage. It's a whopping 3.
Yes! I will take that.
I notice I'm rolling particularly low when I'm rolling against Jaren specifically.
I have no problem with this. I don't see the issue.
And I think you can see my rolls if this is set up properly. So you can see I'm not fudging it. It's Jaren's dice have affected mine, but just for Jaren's rolls.
It says custom with an
Yeah, it says custom.
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to say custom for each one because I'm in the combat tracker.
Gotcha.
And there's no button I can press in the actual attacks that will roll things. It's always got to be the custom.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Makes sense.
They might add that feature in at some point, but that's neither here nor there. You know who is here.
I really like this feature. So instead of having like Chris and me used to do, is put our rolls inside here so you guys can see them. I think this game log is amazing. You guys, everybody can, or you can see that what we roll. It's amazing.
Also, you get to play
Roll20
with fancy
has had
3D
this.
dice.
Yeah, Roll20's had this for a while because we've been using it for months. And in fact, I put a post up in one of the other message areas that Chrome has a Beyond 20 plugin that works with Roll20. And basically, you can make your rolls in D&D Beyond, and they'll feed into Roll20's dice log. It's so sweet. It's nice.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it has made things a lot easier. And it just, hey, roll it in the on your character sheet, and it feeds it right in there, and we all see what happens. So it's wonderful.
So now all I need is a Firefox plugin that lets me use Chrome plugins.
Right. I was like, John, it's Chrome? He's like, yeah. I said, do they have it for Firefox? He's like, I haven't looked. I looked. I didn't find it.
I use Chrome for work because we're a Google Apps for Education school.
Yeah.
And all of our students have Chromebooks.
Yeah.
But personal use, Firefox.
Same.
So Xanthus.
Xanthus. Oh, yes, that's me.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Bless, and we're going to target Jaren, Nyx, and Arepa. So they will have a +4, D4, to all their attack rolls and saving throws.
Yeah, it might end up being a +4.
It could
There's
be.
a 1
It
in
might
4
not be.
chance.
Yep, you have a 1 in 4. You have a 25% chance to get that +4. So since this thing seems to be doing a lot of saving throws, we're going to make sure my allies get a bonus. And I will then move closer to Arepa, so that she may be now within my aura of blessings to gain an additional +4 on top of the blessing. That is casting that spell as an action. So, and I have moved, hopefully less than 30 feet, or at least close enough to put Arepa within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay. And the Lich has already used their legendary actions. So after your turn, it doesn't do anything. But wait, it goes after you. So it actually does. It's just not legendary actions now. It's just actual actions. They again spread their arms out wide, but they don't raise them up and bring them down like they did before. Instead, when they hold their arms out wide, palms up again, but they slowly raise them up higher, and dark spectral forms start to rise up out of the ground. They look almost bestial at first, and then you realize they look a bit more... Is that a bit more like Xanthus? No, not quite Xanthus, but possibly fiendish. But they don't seem to have any... They don't seem to have any substance to them. It's... Yes. So everyone make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Don't forget your D4.
Is this a magical attack?
One could argue that unless the Lich approaches you with a frying pan, it's going to be a magical attack.
With a D4, so 13 plus...
Target number is going to be 17 for all of these.
That's a miss by 1, 16. Ugh.
That is tragically a 12.
Oh, I have inspiration, right?
Oh, yes, I do too.
Yes.
I'm gonna roll it again.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Same. Wisdom saving throws tend to be bad.
I used mine last turn.
Yes.
That's better.
That goes to a
I got a
26.
21.
That's a 20. That's a 20.
What?
Arepa, you have +4 and the plus a D4.
Oh, so that's a 16 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I moved close
Which is
enough for you to
one
get
too
inside
low.
my aura of protection.
Well, I'm not going to argue with that.
Okay. Target number was 17, though.
Oh, okay.
I see how it is.
Yes. Now, if you made your save, you are taking 9 necrotic damage. If you failed your save, you're taking 18 necrotic damage.
Okay. Ooh, I know. I'm going to do a reaction on the Lich.
Are you going to rebuke the Lich?
I am going to rebuke.
I say
forgot
thee
about
nay.
that. I say thee that I've hurt myself. You have hurt me, though I will hurt thee in return. I have to look up the damage. There it is. No, that's not it. Where's my Hellish Rebuke? Oh, it's under spells. I'm looking for it. All right, Hellish Rebuke.
You're immune to
It must
tiefling
make
damage.
it... What?
The joke. Continue.
DC 15 Dex save.
Oh, they are very dexterous.
Yep.
Which is why that number's a 14.
Oh, yay. It will take fire damage in the amount of 21 fire damage. Ooh, that was actually not bad. 10, 8, and a 3.
They disbelieve
Pretty
the
good.
fire damage.
They disbelieve? Well, I believe harder.
All right. And that's their turn. Arepa, you're up.
So, what are we faced with?
you're faced with a flying lich and a bunch of spectral forms that you're not entirely sure are real. They might be real in the way that, like, spiritual guardians or guardian spirits, whatever that cleric spell is, are real.
I'm going to try Chromatic Orb again.
Okay.
You also have a plus D4 to your attack roll.
Oh, well, it's still not going to hit. Yeah, that's an 11.
Yeah, that is a bit too low.
I can hear my kill reminder.
Xanthus pulls out a small plastic tray with a bunch of little containers that are labeled M, T, W. No.
I have nothing else I can do.
Okay.
Aside from just detest magic.
Detest magic?
Yes, detest magic.
I'm pretty sure I gave that as a custom feat to Gorga.
Well, it's on my sheet.
I love the inspiration behind that, and we'll have to talk about that at a later point. But at this point, I am going to say that at the end of Arepa's turn, I am going to have a thing happen to Jaren, in theory.
Okay.
I like the attack roll that Nick's just made.
I'm not seeing it. Okay, well, that's higher than the last thing that hit Jaren from this attack, so this is definitely going to hit.
Okay.
That is going to be... Why did I scroll away from the number? That is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
9 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
A partridge in a pear tree, which immediately dies from the necrotic damage. And give me a DC 17 wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
With all the bonuses available herein.
That is a 9.
Ooh.
Including adding a D4?
Correct. Sorry, the D4 is a 13.
Yeah, a D4 wouldn't help.
Yeah,
in this
not gonna
case.
help
Target
much,
number was
but-
17.
Yeah.
I got some bad news for the rest of the party. Your cleric is charmed.
Oh,
What?
That's what this effect does. You are now currently charmed by the lich, and you
Oh,
must
no.
defend it.
okay. We can fix that.
You most certainly may attempt it, and Jaren will get to
Oh,
roll at the end of Jaren's turn
Yep.
to try to break the effect. But right now, Jaren is charmed. And next up is Nyx.
So these little fiendish guys that he made, how far away are they from us?
They rise up. They rose up, struck at you, and sort of sunk back down. And now there's sort of like a miasma, a little bit off the ground, covering the area. You're not entirely sure that they are something you can target. They might be there for the aesthetic.
Okay.
Because you as a spellcaster, and this is true for the other people, because at this point, everyone here is a spellcaster. You're a spellcaster, and you're a spellcaster. Check under your seat. It's a spell book. Never not funny Oprah reference, but never mind about that. And also bees. But you've seen spells before where there's a visual effect to it that doesn't really have much to do with, oh, and by the way, you take this damage. Frequently with things like Spiritual Guardian and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is obviously, well, this is a little bit more evil than you would expect to see, but it is a lich.
True. All right. I'm gonna throw some
Not what I wanted
snowballs
to
at
do.
it.
Trying to scroll.
Do you throw a
snowball
swarm?
Dex 16.
Like I said, this is a very dexterous lich, which is why that rolls a 12.
11.
11
Gold.
points of snowball damage?
Yep.
It doesn't like that.
Good.
Do we have any way we can bring this thing down or get one of us up there?
That's a very good question. Nyx, give me a wisdom saving throw. I'm sorry, not wisdom. I think it's dexterity. Let me double check before you roll. Yeah, it's dexterity saving throw. DC 17.
That's not good. 11.
Okay. You take 10 points of radiant damage.
Nice. I'm out.
It's okay. The
You're
cleric goes
out?
next.
Yeah, I'm knocked out.
Ah,
Yep. But like I said, don't worry. The cleric goes next. I'm sure everything will go well.
no.
Yeah.
The cleric is charmed.
Yes. Jaren,
Yep.
your best friend in the world is hovering above you. They'd be bleeding profusely if they hadn't bled out a very long time ago. And all of your other friends are being very mean. What are you going to do about it?
They're being so mean. However, I unfortunately have to heal myself because I have taken damage.
I see that you're healing yourself for 15 points.
Correct, but I have to heal myself more because I took more damage.
That is true. He did.
So I'm going to heal myself.
I see what you're doing. This isn't necessarily defending the Lich, you realize.
Look, I need to heal myself in order I can maintain operation and take care of the person that's above me.
That was a roll of spiritual weapon with a 25 to hit. Who are you aiming for?
Cure wounds on myself, level 3, and that's going to be an 18. And I am done.
The Lich says, I could have used some of that healing too, you know.
Look, if I can't heal myself to keep myself awake, you can't either. I can't help you out. Sorry about that.
Clerics are supposed to have a history of healing others before themselves. Next, you're going to tell me you do tons of damage to other things, and then heal as an afterthought.
I'm a forge cleric, and healing is not our first priority.
Wait, what? Oh, dear.
Okay.
However, if you need something made, I can help you with that one.
All right. Well, at the end of your turn, we're going to have Reaper make a dexterity saving throw.
Hopefully she can get a +8 on top of it.
That's a 19 without a bonus.
Okay, so the cantrip fizzles.
+5, so that's a 24.
It fizzles more. You're not sure how it could have fizzled more, but it did. Xanthus.
How far away is Jaren from me?
I think you moved closer to him, or...
No, I moved closer to Arepa, but I wasn't sure where Jaren was in the room.
Didn't Jaren get an attempt to break the charm?
Oh,
that's right. At the end of Jaren's turn, you get to make another wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. So actually, that will determine my next actions because
that is a natural 20.
Okay, you are no longer charmed.
Okay,
you spent your entire time charmed, healing yourself.
Sometimes you just got to take care of number one. I'm just saying.
How far away is Nyx from me?
I honestly don't know at this point. I let you all decide where you were going to be.
Okay.
Nyx is with me. I've been around Nyx the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will go towards... Can I do this? No, I can't.
Everyone's within 30 feet of each other.
Okay. Then I will trot over towards Nyx, and I will lay upon hands.
Actually, I think one of you was 40 feet away, but I'm not going to be bothered because we've already been playing for an hour and a half.
Yeah. I will give her half of the lay on hands available total, so that will be 15 hit points.
Congratulations, Nyx. You're awake, prone, and regretting a few choices.
Yeah.
But you are awake to regret those choices. So, silver lining.
No, the rest of it doesn't matter. Okay. I am done. I have used an action and movement. I have no other useful bonus actions at this time.
Okay. So it's the Lich's turn, and everyone make an additional wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Jaren and Nyx, now being within 10 feet of me, should get +4 plus the wisdom plus the blessing.
I have a 22.
I have rolled a 2 again.
Yeah, it's a dirty 20 for me.
I have a 25.
Okay. Anything lower than 17 is taking full damage. Anything 17 or higher is taking half damage. The number... wow! That's a 2, a 1, and a 3.
That's
so
6.
6 damage if you fail your save. 3 damage if you pass it.
Is it fire?
It is necrotic.
Oh, okay.
These are the things that were coming out of the ground and attacking you. They come out of the ground, attack you again, and go back under. Apparently, they didn't do a very good job.
No.
Nope.
But that's just something happening because someone's maintaining concentration. The Lich still gets a turn.
Oh, nobody's hit the Lich.
Yeah. If I could get up there somehow, but flying is not an option for me.
Jaren could have tried using spiritual weapon on the Lich, but
you.
Jaren was charmed at the time.
You can?
I can. Yeah.
Okay. Then
I
let me
fly.
get up there. You can. You have the fly spell.
Well, it's
That will be helpful.
Excuse
Because
me.
if I can
I'm
get
right
my sword
here.
within its face,
It's my turn.
Yeah.
You have no respect for initiative order.
Nope.
no, we're player characters.
We're PCs, homie.
I am done with you.
And when the Lich says that, I would like Xanthus to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, finally. Can I actually do some good here? That is a dirty 20.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry,
nothing
19.
happens.
19. I'm sure it's
Still
still
nothing
17,
happens. All the target saves, because the spell save DC for this monster is 17. And 19's going to do it.
Yeah. I have a very nice charisma save of plus 11. So it's very handy.
Okay.
It's very handy. It comes in handy periodically.
So that's the second time the Lich has tried to cast Banish, and the second time it's fizzled.
Got to be running out of spell slots, maybe.
In some categories, but a lot of what they've been doing has not been spells.
Cantrips.
Yeah. Well, cantrips and an action that they can do. The whole charming thing, that wasn't a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Arepa,
Gosh, dang it.
are you okay?
Said the bunny.
I rolled a 9. Would someone like to give me inspiration so I can re-roll that?
If we
DM
can
will
pass
not
it
give
along,
you the DM's inspiration.
I already used mine.
Strictly
too.
speaking, yes, we can pass inspiration across.
Yes, I have allowed it in the past, but the DM has been given inspiration from the previous session for a World of Warcraft quote. And the DM is holding on to that.
I see how it is. You're going to use inspiration from a different game. Well, in that case, I'm going to switch over and use Zuta's inspiration.
Suddenly Daldane shows up.
Right.
we totally know Daldane.
Hi, guys.
Everyone totally knows Daldane. Also, Daldane is a level 19 kobold bard. That would end the session very quickly.
Yes.
I'm going to cast Knights of the Round.
You suddenly wish that there were no such thing as liches.
Oh, that spell takes so long to finish casting.
It really does. Yeah, without inspiration, that's a 9. It's not going to hit.
You do have D plus D4, but I don't think the Lich is going to be a 13 armor class either.
It was
It just
It
caught
was
up
gonna be
to... Sorry, you go.
going to be a 20, and then it rolled over to a 2.
Yeah, that's what happened when I rolled that wisdom save. Oh, 20? No, 2.
By the way, you realize that's just an animation. The number is determined with a random number generator, but never mind
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
It still doesn't look good.
Unless Xanthus just rolled Hellish Rebuke damage again, it's showing me the rolls, but there is a very long delay.
Okay.
Because it just
If
told
you
me your
see my
Hellish Rebuke
own-
number.
Yeah,
If
I
you
see
reload
last-
the page, it should give it to you.
If I reload
Yeah, I
the
just-
page, I will lose all of the initiative order.
Yeah, you'll lose the
Okay,
combat
that's right.
tracker, yeah. From us for character logs, like if we do the character log, we see the all the rolls, and a refresh refreshes all of them. The last, I refreshing it now shows me Arepa's chromatic orb of 9 and my 19 saving throw. So,
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's slow because it's Saturday night and everybody's playing D&D.
yeah, I have no doubt.
But as soon as I refresh, I get everybody's rolls, including mine, which was a 9. And unless that Lich is much, much easier to hit than I thought it was.
Well, unless I say 11s don't hit, but 9s do.
You could say that.
I could.
Sounds fair.
I won't.
Please say that.
I will not. And at the end of your turn, you make a, or at least attempt a wisdom saving throw.
Sorry, I moved away from you. You only have your blessing.
I only have the D4. Okay, so the D4 is 3, and the wisdom saving throw is 22.
Okay, yeah, that fizzles.
So,
Next.
so 25 is my wisdom saving.
Yep, you make it. No sacred flame for you.
No sacred flame for me.
Nix, it's your turn.
I touch Xanthus on the arm and cast Fly on him.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Prepare to be smitten or smoted. Smited?
It's needed.
Smeated.
Smitten. Look, she's not really interested in seeing anyone right now.
Smoot.
Is that your turn, Nix?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a wisdom saving throw.
You get +4 plus a D4.
How broad is that?
20.
How broad is what?
The +4 effect.
Oh, it's 10 foot. It's only 10 feet.
Oh,
I have to be a 17th level paladin before it'll go to 30 feet.
All right.
27.
I was just making sure. 20. All right.
I don't know
It's
why I
still
even
handy.
bother with these cantrips, because everyone's rolling over 20 now. Thanks, Xanthus.
That's my job.
I can roll. Arepa can roll really well as long as she's not trying to attack anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
It just caught up to Jaren's wisdom saving throw of a 9.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Okay, speaking of Jaren,
Joes.
Is there anything you want to do before Xanthus totally shows off and goes flying to kill a lich in the air?
Gonna try.
There will be an attempt. I might have him roll a
Yes.
perception check in order to accomplish it, though.
How far is the lich away from me?
Still 30 feet in the air.
We're gonna roll to inflict wounds.
Is that a
this
touch spell?
That is
That's a touch spell, yeah.
yeah. My bad.
Yeah, as a dwarf, you're going to have a bit of a difficulty.
Just a wee bit.
Xanthus, carry me.
All right, let's try a gutting bolt, shall we?
But that might give Xanthus advantage on his attack.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not gonna work. Yeah,
Oh, no.
that was an 11.
No, What's with 11s?
Yeah.
You're not even using sidekicks. Sidekicks, the random number generator that likes using the same number over and over again. It's weird. Oh well.
So we're gonna do a mass healing word for all of my compadres. 5 points, everyone,
Thank you.
and my turn is over.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Xanthus, give me a wisdom saving throw.
That looks to be an 18.
Okay. Yep. No cantrip for you.
I'm okay with that.
I feel so bad for this lich.
Well,
I'm hoping to get up there and be effective.
apparently when they built this lich, which is a lower challenge rating than a traditional lich, because let's face it, if I was throwing a traditional powered lich against a party of this level, that would be an issue.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We'd have
Yes.
died 3 rounds ago.
They built most of this lich over make the party roll saving throws versus make the party get attacked with attack rolls. So Xanthus, it is now your turn.
Okay.
You have gained the ability to fly.
Yep.
There's a very happy donkey going around saying, "I can fly," but never mind.
You can fly, you can fly, you can fly.
And there's the Disney lawyers at my door. Give me a second. I'll be right back. So
They're good,
I'm
but they're
assuming
not
you're
that
going to choose to fly back down the hallway and see how Monty's doing.
No. Monty, I believe Monty can take care of himself. He's given me that impression. I am aiming to fly up towards said lich. Hopefully, given the number of spells that have come our way, I have some idea of where he should be up there.
Oh yeah, she's been hovering
and-
there the whole time. The only reason you didn't see her before was who looks up in a cave.
Yeah. The fly spell does give me a 60 feet fly speed, so I intend to fly up. And where's my bonus actions? I know I have one of them that does something useful.
Like
It's a particular
casting smite.
One of the smites, yes. I just have to see which one it is. It is the branding smite. I believe we're familiar with this one because,
One could argue it's on brand.
yes, it is. So we're going to bonus action and apply the branding smite to my sword. And we're going to see if I can hit this lich with said sword. That's a 2. I do get 2 attacks. That's a 17, which goes to a 24.
Oh, yeah. So you swing and a miss, and just as the list just smiles at you, or might be because they don't have half of their face, so it looks like they're smiling. You wipe the grin off their face. Well, not literally, because again, half a face. They look like they're smiling no matter what. And how do you intend to do this?
Yay!
Well,
Actually,
let's
no.
see.
You have to roll your damage first.
I do have to roll my damage first, but I
Yeah,
intend to also apply a divine smite on top of the branding smite.
I suspect that I will be asking that question in a little bit, but please tell me what the damage is.
Well, let's see first. Let me go back here to the action. So first we're going to apply the weapon damage, and that is a D8 plus 4. So that's a ghetto crit of 12 points of slashing damage to said
Okay,
lich.
that's 6 points of slashing damage.
Yep. The branding smite, if I can get back to the right spell here, will do 8 points of radiant damage.
Okay, 8 points of radiant damage.
And the divine smite, now I'm going to guess he is an undead creature.
She is an undead creature.
She is an undead creature. So this will be 2d8 radiant for the first level spell, an additional d8 for using a second level spell, and an additional d8 because the creature is undead.
You may roll
So
if you want to, but that is more dice than the Lich has hit points.
I do, just because it will be fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I've selected the right dice. 16 points of radiant damage from the divine smite. So total that is 28 and 8, 36, minus 6, so 30.
Okay. So as you do this, how do you do this?
Does the lich have a body at all, or is it
Yes.
just a head? And okay, then we will cleft the skull from its spinal cord, and then I will kind of do a Zorro mark and a little flourish.
Oh my gosh, it's the Cloud Omni Slash. Complete with flying in the air as you do it. Okay, so
Yes.
the fragments of this body are... You slice them apart, but they still sort of hold their positioning, even though they are physically separated, and they move like they're still connected, even though they're physically separated. The arms grab onto your shoulders, and the head, which is kind of just hovering above the body as it's starting to crumble into dust, just glares at you and says,
You think this is over? I always come back. What?
No! And the dust that it crumbles into doesn't blow away.
Uh-oh.
It moves towards you. Your first thought is it's being sucked into you. It is not.
It is being sucked into my...
Your prayer beads
Yes, I thought so.
have just absorbed a lich. I think you found which phylactery
This one
belongs
belonged
to that
to.
lich.
Oh, heck.
Oh, well, that's good and bad.
Yes. Now, the good news is you have a very convenient way of making sure the lich never comes back. The bad news
Yes.
is the one sure way you knew to destroy a lich's phylactery was
Destroyed.
kind of just ransacked by the followers of said lich.
Which
So
was the fishbowl?
so that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you everyone. Sorry?
I see how it is.
You tend to. You roll very well in your perception checks, yes. That's where we're going to end
And
it for
very
tonight.
poorly on my attack rolls.
Well, there was
I
that
tried to
also.
help.
Thank you everyone for playing. Thank you everyone for listening. Tonight I was joined by a bunch of awesome people, including Ellie, April, Matt, and Eric. And is there anything that anyone wants to plug?
Book number 3 of No Gods Before Us will be coming out soonish, is all Tom has said. So be on the lookout for nogodsbeforeus.com.
For the 5 o'clock game today, he stopped in, and I only noticed he was in the Twitch chat after he had already said, have fun, everyone.
Oh, cool.
So I missed him entirely. I also miss him, but never mind about that.
My only plug is USB-C.
I mean, that's a good plug, all things considered. You can't put it on upside down.
I would plug something, but I'd be too busy studying for college, so yeah.
All right. I'll plug our Patreon. We have a Patreon at patreon.com/cobgirlgaming. You can help us keep the lights on, along with other illustrious patrons, including Chris, Ellie, Eric, Janatalock, Mickey, Shanshan, and Walter. So until next time, this is Crash saying, okay, that's kind of fascinating. It really is, but a little busy right now. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.